How are you?
Okay.
Good. Would you please state your full name?
I'm Wilfred Radigon,
And your position?
Chief Inspector.
So, Chief Inspector Wilfred Radigon.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you and welcome to Montagne Posée Commission of Inquiry. Our mandate is to find out the truth about what happened on the 5th and the 6th of December 2024 at Montagne Posée prison. My name is Justice Alfred Mavedzenke. I'm the chairperson of the commission, and for the record and for you, I would now give the opportunity to my fellow commissioners to introduce themselves.
I am Melchior Vidot.
Victor.
Thank you. And to the extreme left, we have our secretary, Miss Chelsea Albest. So I'm going to ask Miss Chelsea Albest to administer the oath, and then we'll take it from there.
Thank you. Sierra Leone, if you can just kindly rise up, please. Just kindly rise up, please. Are you a Christian or do you follow another denomination?
I'm a Christian.
So if you can lift up your right hand and please repeat after me. I swear
I swear
by Almighty God
by Almighty God
that the evidence
that the evidence
I shall give
I shall give
to this commission
to this commission
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Sierra Leone. You may be seated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Inspector Wilfred Radigon. So I will just highlight some rules of procedure, then we start. I understand that you have requested to speak in Creole for the reasons that you explained to the Commission, and we accepted them. So when we start taking your evidence, there will be translation. But for these rules, I will just say them in English. Is that fine? Okay. So we expect you to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. We also want to just remind you that lying or deliberately misleading the commission is a criminal offense. We remind every witness this. So we are not saying anything about you. We just remind every witness to understand the serious nature of what we are doing here. That if you lie or if you deliberately give information that misleads the commission, then that could result in you being charged with a criminal offense. Please answer all the questions that are asked. Please refrain from telling the commission how they should ask you questions or saying things like, no, but I have already answered. There's a reason why a commissioner will be asking that question. So your responsibility is just to answer the question. Even if you have answered it before, it's just to answer the question. And to answer it to the best of your knowledge. Please conduct yourself with dignity and respect. Respect for the commissioners, for the process. We also are bound to respect you. So whenever you feel or you are of the opinion that we are not respecting you or we are undermining any of your rights, please let us know so that we can correct that. When you refer to other people in your testimony, we ask you that you do not use derogatory terms to refer to them. You can say exactly what they said, but we ask you that you refrain from using words that are demeaning, words that are sexist to describe those people. We just want to also remind everyone in the room, because this is a public, it's a testimony that is being given in public, so the members of the public, the members of the media who are here, and you as well, that please do not interrupt proceedings, especially when the witness is speaking. We would like to remind you to put your cell phones on silent mode, or just completely switch them off, so that the witness is not interrupted. So what we are going to do, Chief Inspector Wilfred Radigon, is we are going to take turns to ask you questions. We will start with Commissioner Vidot on my right, and then we'll take it from there. But are you settled?
Yeah.
Thank you. So maybe before I hand you over to Commissioner Vidot, I just want to remind you that when a commissioner asks you a question, you give an opportunity for the translation to be done, and then you respond, and then the translator will interpret what you have said. We also encourage you to listen to the translation. If you have been misrepresented, you should say so. You should say, no, that's not what I said, because we want to get the true record of what you are saying. Okay, so Commissioner.
Okay. Good afternoon, CI. How's it going? Okay, I will be asking you the questions in English. If you understand the question, you can answer the question. Otherwise, the interpreter will interpret the question to you.
Even I understand the question, but still, I will insist that I will reply in Creole.
No, reply is okay. Reply is okay.
Thank you.
If you understand the question I posed to you in English, you will answer in Creole.
Yes.
Without the need for interpreter to interpret the question.
Yes.
Okay. So, Sia Gadagon, can you tell us how long you've been with the prison services?
Almost 24 years.
Okay. And when you joined the prison services 24 years ago, or any time during that period, were you introduced to the Prison Act and the prison regulations?
Not really to the 100%.
Okay. So nobody ever sat with the prison officers to tell them what is in the Prison Act and what is in the prison regulations?
We have to find it ourselves.
Okay. So, so I will assume, if that is the case, then you do not know especially the prison regulations in detail.
Not in detail, but this is when I first joined. But now, in the past, I can say 5-6 years back, I got the chance to how can I say, go through it myself, to know a little bit about the regulation and the Prison Act.
Okay, so you know the rules that govern acts that a prison officer would be able to take in regards to his duties.
When you say governor, can you explain?
Ça bonne la règle, alors c'est en rapport avec la façon que un officier est supposé faire ou bien conduire son ouvrage de prison.
Yes, of course. Since I passed through it, I know the rules and regulation.
Okay. And there are rules and regulations in respect to inmates as to how they should behave when they are in prison.
Yes, yes, of course.
And you are aware of those rules?
Yes.
Okay. And as far as you know, when an inmate is taken to the prison, first time coming into the prison, do they get an induction into what is contained in the code of conduct of inmates? If there is a code of conduct, that is.
Yes, but on my side, because I work inside the prison, whenever an inmate enter inside the prison, and then my responsibility and my officers, we explain to them everything that need to be explained, refer to the rules of regulation, but from higher authority, I don't know.
Okay. So what will you tell the inmate once he enters prison?
Well, first of all, when he enters prison, like where I'm working, I will talk about, refer to where I'm working right now. Everybody was in charge of remand sentence there. I explained to them about my SOP there, our protocol there.
Okay.
You see, I explained to them everything with my officers, what they should do and what they should not do. And of course, what they supposed to receive. In general, everything refer to the SOP of where I'm in charge there.
Okay. But you did work with the Montagne Posée prison as well?
I was working there since 2006 as a corporal.
So what would be some of the SOPs that you would...
when you... mostly when they arrive, I can say we brief them about the rules and regulations, what they're supposed to do, what they're not supposed to not to do, the time of being up in the morning to end up to prepare to proceed to court at a certain time, not to be late, and food, the times food will be served, etc., etc. It's mostly...
But if that person is an inmate, there's no need to... he's not going back to court, so you will not tell him about that he has to...
We still have a right outside appointment. If not court, there's the other appointment that they proceed on.
Okay. And have you ever been given an induction into, in respect of the Constitution as regards the fundamental rights?
No.
So you wouldn't...
Recall.
Never?
I do not recall.
Okay. So what you're telling me is that you as an officer, and as far as you know, other officers will not have been told what are the fundamental rights that a prisoner will enjoy.
I don't know about other officers, but me,
Okay.
I don't recall.
Okay. So on the 5th and 6th of December 2024, there was an incident at the prison.
Yes.
Yeah. And as we understand it, it all started at the male block of the prison.
Yes, I was working at the mill block and it started there.
Okay, so you were working there when it
Yes.
started. Around what time this commotion started?
Well, first of all, I was working as usual in my office down there, and there was 5 officers working with me. And You want me to explain from the beginning until
First
the...
thing, around what time?
I recall it's about 2 p.m.
Okay. So what happened at 2 p.m.?
2 p.m. There was an inmate, name of Stephen Modo. Once we remove inmate inside the prison to proceed on appointment, it's in the hand of escort officers and security officers. But on his way back from appointment, I was informed by officers that Stephen Modo has been placed in isolation cell, where you have your shower, your toilet, and the area also where you can have exercise, sunlight. So they told me that he's there now, because whenever inmates are being removed from the prison where are in charge, of course we need to know, because we have extra appointment. But on the way back, we need to know also. We need to make sure that he's back. Okay. And that's why during that time at 2, one inmate came to me. I can say his name. It's Dario Supermanian. He came into my office, and he told me that Stephen Modo has been placed in isolation cell. That's what he heard.
And that was even before anything else happened?
Yes, before anything else happened, yes. So
Fabio?
No, Dario Supermanian. And Dario told me that inmates are complaining, arguing. They are angry because of that decision. And he told me that those inmates, they said that they will create a riot if the prison do not release Stephen Modo in the isolation cell.
Okay. And so once he has told you that, what happened after that?
I called the head of custodial, CI Jerry Rani, to inform him about
Jerry Rani?
Yes, CI Jerry Rani. He is the head of custodial in general.
And you told him about it?
Yes, I informed him.
And what was his response?
I don't recall really what he said, but he told me that why. He asked me why. I told him because they placed Stephen Modo in the isolation cell, and they asking to release the said inmate.
Okay. Apart from CI Ioanni, did you inform anyone else within the administration?
No, I believe in protocol, procedure, chain of command.
Okay.
From me to the higher authority, CI Jerry, head of custodial, and then CI Jerry will inform higher authority. The only person who called me was Deputy Sam. But this was the time the riot was already started when they called me.
Okay. So they asked you to, Supermanian asked you anyway, told you regarding Stephen Modo, and so you contacted Ioanni.
Yes. So
you didn't receive any response. Did you say you received a response from Ioanni?
No. He asked me why.
He only asked you why.
Yes.
And you explained why?
Yeah, I explained why. I told him that, just like I've said, that because of Stephen Modo has been put in isolation cell. That's why they want to create a riot. And because they want him back to Mill Block.
You said that they wanted to create a riot. You told him that. And did he tell you anything in reply to that, that you've already warned him there's going to be a
Yes.
riot. Did he?
Yes, he
Did
told
he
me.
act on it?
He told me. I have called C.I. Jerry several times before the riot and during the riot. And whatever he did after receiving information from me, I don't know, because he was at the administration office. If he called federal authority above his rank, I don't know.
So he never called you back to say, look, I've forwarded your concern to higher authorities?
He told me we called. I remember he told me that he will refer this to Commissioner of Prison.
Okay. So tell us what happened once Fabio had told you about the possibility of a riot. Dario had told you about the possibility of a riot. So what happened?
From 2 p.m. until 3:30 to 4 p.m., I'm going to talk about during those time. So from the beginning, before the riot, during the riot, and after I was released from mail block by inmate. So Dario, once he told me, informed me about this. He left the office.
Okay.
He left the office and he brought back inside prison. And during those times, there was some inmates who was coming, grouping up near the guard room entrance lobby, I can say. Okay. We were still carrying on with our usual work, everyday routine. I think about 35 minutes later, Dario came again into my office and asked me, how far are we concerning the release of Stephen Mordon? Because in meetings I'm getting more aggressive, becoming more angry. So I told him Stephen Mordon is still in isolation cell there. So it was almost 4 p.m. when, during that time, we supposed to unlock the dining hall for inmates to proceed for dinner. So once we unlock the gate, some inmates, there was a lot of inmates, they didn't proceed in the dining hall for lunch. They came in front of the guard, one of the guard room gate entrance. So
you said some inmates. Can you identify any? Could you identify any of them?
Some of them?
Yeah.
Me, I will. There's a lot of them. I don't recall their name, but I know by their appearance, their face out. But there was 2 of them which was really acting very, very angry, harassing me and my officers, which it was Rio Rat, one of them, and Dylan Buichis is another one. So a lot of them grouped up outside, and there was only 3 officers. There were 5 officers. There was 2 sergeants. They left. The moment the riot started, they left. But there was 3 officers who stayed behind. 2 PO and 1 corporal. So the riot started. They start the riot. Once we unlock the gate for food, a lot of inmates come. They came in front of the main gate of the guard room. They even get the chance to because there was a lot of inmates. They even get the chance to conquer the key. They took the key from one of my officers who was controlling the main gate.
So that would be the key to the gate?
Yes,
Okay.
he was on the gate, locking and unlocking, usual routine work. So there were a lot of them, so they managed to take the key from him, and they start controlling the gate. So I was with my officer in the guard room. Sometime I proceed in the office, back and forth with conversation with C.I. Jerry on the phone of what's happening. Okay. Janet, so our Commissioner Janet Job was not at prison at that time, because I didn't call her. I was, like I say, proper channel. I was talking only with C.I. Jerry all the time.
At no point in time did you contact Mrs. Roche?
No. Because he was not at prison. He was not at prison, and I didn't contact. I call only C.I. Jerry all this time. But I received a call almost 4 from Deputy Commissioner Sam asking me how far is the situation, which of course I answered him. And he didn't call me anymore. There was no more. So I was there inside with my 2 officers. And during those time, I was trying to get out of the male block prison to go to administration, and all those inmates stopped me from leaving. Especially, I tried 3 times to move myself out, and I was a little bit strangled like this by Rio, pushing me back inside 3 times. So after the 3 times, I have to step down. Okay, he was harassing me, so I have to step down. Okay. Then, when I was, I will sit back in the office. I sit there. Then I heard in the guard room, officer complaining, arguing with inmates there because they have reached the guard room. So I move out of the office. I proceed in the guard room. I saw Rio Hat and Dylan Buiches breaking the office desk in the guard room. So I said, Dylan Buiches, what are you doing? Rio, what are you doing? Why are you breaking the office? He didn't listen to me. They carry on with what they were doing. Carry on breaking. And when one Caporal Asterius, Tanzanian officer, asking me to stop what you're doing, he strangled the officer, and he threw him to the wall. He threw this officer to the wall.
You sure? Because the officer...
Asterius.
Because the evidence of the officer didn't reflect that.
I saw it. I was there. He threw the officer to the wall. So I told him, Rio, why do you do that? Please stop. So he carried on breaking the office desk. So I tried to stop him. Now it's my turn. He strangled me and threw me to the wall. And I bent my left shoulder to the wall. I didn't do nothing. I said, why? Please, why? So after a certain moment, I saw that they are carrying on breaking even the chair. So I move out of the guard room. The moment I move out from the guard room, Rio come at my back. Rio came at my back, and he tore my right side epaulette. He tore it. So I said, why? Why do you do that? He didn't answer me. He goes straight to the gate, the main gate where they are in control. And he stayed there. I went in the office. When I was in the office, I was there for a certain time calling C.I. Jerry, explaining him the issue. the aggregation of the issue is coming worse. So from that time I was in the office, I came out again. The moment I came out, this is the time I saw there was a lot of fire. There was fire in front of the main entrance gate. There was a lot of fire. So I went back to the office immediately and called CIGRE, informed me. During that time when I was there in the office now, at a certain time, Dario Superman came again. He came again in the office. He asked me, how is it? I said, Stephen is still there. How are you? I'm okay, me. And then I said, Dario, try and talk to those inmates. Try and talk to them to let my officers go, my 3 officers that I was working with.
And did you talk to them?
The moment I finished talking with him, Dario left. I was still in the office. And then 5 to 6 minutes, my 3 officers was released.
Okay.
They were released, they proceeded. But me, I was stuck down there. They didn't want me to leave me. Those inmates didn't want me to leave. So I stayed in the office. When I was in the office, now Riorat and Zadibika was outside in front of my office. They were there standing. Okay? So Dario didn't come again. I didn't saw Dario again. But Majin Mustas also was around. They came in the office to me, talking to me.
You said that Dario never came again. Was there any point in time when Dario Subramaniam came to you and you were talking over the phone to or people from outside, from the administration, and then you had told him that they do not want to listen to you?
No. I was only talking to CIGRE all along.
Yeah.
And this phone also is is a simple extension phone. Simple extension phone. I was talking with CIGRE.
So if other witnesses have come here and they told us that you had mentioned that you've talked to the administration, and even some even said that you had talked to Mr. Georges, and you say that nobody wants to listen to me, would that be false?
No.
So
like
it's not false. It's not false.
Yes, like as I repeat, it's all along I was talking with CIGRE. That's CP was not at prison, and even deputy came late at 4. He came at 4. The only call I received from him. But when I was
1 minute. Do you have a computer in your?
Yes, there's
Okay.
a computer.
Did you at any time typed out a message, an email to someone, telling them about the situation?
No, there was no time for all this. Things was, everything was so fast. Everything together was so. I didn't intervene with any computer at that time. I was trying to remove myself from the mail block with my officers. That was my aim. But I managed to, 3 of my officers managed to talk to Rio, to talk to those inmates at least. My 3 officer was released, but me, I was stuck behind. I was unable to leave. They didn't want me to leave. But during that time, those 2 inmates was in front of the office outside. Me, I was inside. But then Majid came inside. Because Majid said, Adegono, we're going to release you now. But Majid was inside prison. He came from inside prison. When he came, those two officers, Adibika and Riorat, was in front of the office door outside. You see? So Majid came inside and said, Adegon, we are going to release you now. So I say, it's okay. It's okay. So when I moved out of the office, Rio was already gone. There was only Zadibika there. So Zadibika and Majid, I heard Majid say, Adegon, we're going inside prison. I said, no, I'm not going inside prison. I'm going out. You're going to release me, I'm going out. Not inside prison. So when we were out, I was out of the office, Zadibika and Majid was escorting me, trying ways for me to get out. In front of the main gate, there was a big fire. So I told Majid, I'm going to pass through the guard room and then end up at the gym. So Majid and Zadi was with me. We proceed together, escorting me. We pass by the gym. When we arrive inside the gym, the other gate to proceed out of prison compound to the Nepalese gate, the Nepalese tower, near the gym. There was a padlock on the gate, so Zadi has to take one piece of iron. I don't know if he took a piece of iron or one of those weights. He broke the padlock, and I was free. When I was, so I reached the compound area, but I was still inside. And Nepali on the tower and locked the main gate. That the time I got the chance to completely, I was out completely, and I proceed up to the administration office, and I think one of the PSSW officers was a female. He came and escorted me to the ambulance. There was 2 ambulances there waiting. When I arrived there, I am hypertension person, very high. So it was when they checked, it was 201. So they put me lying on the bed inside the ambulance, trying to lower my tension. So it was impossible. So they transferred me to Asubalu.
Okay.
And then from Asubalu, I came back. And at that time, I was sent home by CP Commissioner because he was there at that time.
Okay. When you were still there with all the prisoners, okay, did Faiz Mubarak Ali come to that area as well?
Who?
Faiz Mubarak Ali?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
I do not recall.
You don't recall you telling him to get Stefan Modon's boys to calm down?
No.
You don't recall that?
No.
Okay. So, okay. And when you left, you say they took you to Swallow clinic, correct?
Yes.
Did you see whether there were any military or police officers around?
There was a police officer, PSSW officer, and of course prison officer.
Okay.
They were at the administration at that time because there was some down on gate 13, just in front of the gate. It was in front a little bit about, how can I say? I don't know the distance, but it's not far. Some of them was there on gate 13, but the gate 13 was locked. They were outside, not inside the compound.
Okay. When you saw them, they were there at gate 13. Were they armed?
I don't know. I didn't really, because there was a big fire in front. I didn't even approach the fire. It was too much, so I have to.
No, I'm telling you. You said you've left, and you see the police and military officers. Okay, on your way.
Not military officer, PSSW,
Okay.
police officer.
Okay, you saw PSW.
Yeah.
Were they armed?
I didn't. When I arrived up, they were those who were up there. Of course, there was armed with them.
Oh, okay. Did you, at any point in time before you were taken to Oswaldo Clinic, did you at any time see any military officers present?
No. I didn't saw any military officer. Only PSSW, police officers, and our officer, prison officers.
Okay. So that was on the 5th?
Yes, on the 5th.
Did you come back to the prison? Was it on the 5th or the 6th?
On the 5th, I came back to the prison immediately because from Oswaldo, they gave me some pills. I came to Posée, back to Posée.
At around what time was that?
I don't recall. Maybe it's about 5:30. I didn't check the time.
But you said that the incident started at around 4, and
no, this started about 3:30.
At 3:30.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were there for quite a while.
Yes.
And then they had to take you to.
Yes.
So when you came back, it was still 5:30 or 5 o'clock.
I didn't check the time, but it was getting dark.
It was getting dark.
Yes.
You cannot be sure of the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you came back, were there military officers and police officers present?
I don't recall of any military officer. Police and PSW, yes, and our officers.
Okay. So where did you proceed to when you came back to the prison?
When I came back to the prison, I came to the administration office, and CP was there. Even our new commissioner of prison right now, Mr. Antoine Denus, he was there. He asked me if I'm the one who has been put hostage. I said yes. That's it. He didn't say anything more. So Janet said, Adegon, you go home. I don't want you here. Now, please go home and relax your mind, relax yourself. Tomorrow, come back and I will see you. Okay. So I went home.
You went home. You came
Yes.
back on.
I came back on the
6th
6th in the morning.
At what time did you come back?
In the morning, as usual. We start at 8.
Okay, you came back at 8. And what was the atmosphere at the prison at that time?
It was quiet, but there was a lot of rubbish outside the compound where there was the fire.
Okay. Did you see any military or police officers present at that time?
No, I didn't see any military officer. There was our officers, prison officer. I think there was some police officers, PSSW, if I recall. There was some of them still there. I think there was some.
Okay. So that is all that you noticed of the incident?
Yes.
Okay.
When I came back in the morning, CP told me that Adegon, you're not going back to this prison to carry on working of what had happened to you, because when somebody got hostage, you cannot send him back the same place where he was being hostage. So he told me that I'm going to transfer you to DRF detention remand facility at where he was. You will go there in charge there. But it's up to you to decide if you want to go there or not. So immediately I said, CP, I will take 1 week urgent leave. I will think about it, and then I will get back to you. So after the 1 week, before coming back to work on the 23rd of December 2024, I told CP, ex-Commissioner Jeanette, that, okay, I'm ready to start working at Badios DRF. So I started working there on the 23rd March 2024. It was a Monday. Until now, I'm still working there.
Okay. When you saw the police officers, okay, PSSW, is that what you call?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How were they behaving? Were they calm or aggressive?
Like I said, when I ended up administration after being released from Mill Block, I arrived up. The officers were there, police officer, president. They were there, standing, waiting.
They were waiting for instructions.
Yeah, of course, it have to be. They have to wait for instruction.
Okay.
Whatever need to be done or whatsoever.
And how would you describe the relationship that Mr. Georges had with other officers, prison officers?
Well, I can say 50-50. It's 50-50, just like human being. Sometimes he's very strict. Sometimes he's very low. If officers mingle, laughing, enjoying, but sometimes very strict.
And when you say very strict, was it according to the rules, the Prison Act? Did she act outside what was required in the what a CP should be doing as it is provided for under the Prison Act?
For example, if I want to officers to be disciplined,
whether she acted outside her mandate as laid down in the Prison Act.
Well, sometimes I can say with me. Sometimes
generally how it.
Generally, I don't know. I don't know.
So with you.
No, sometimes with me, okay, he will. His voice will be so high when talking with me sometimes, but in a way to make me understand what I've done wrong, or to have something done accordingly.
So were you always wrong? Had you already always done something wrong when she would raise her voice?
Yeah.
Always she would raise
her
voice?
Not always, sometimes.
Sometimes even when you have not done something wrong, she would raise her voice.
No. Usually, when he gets very angry if something has been done right, because he wants all things to be right according to our duties. If it were duties, we have to do it right. So that's when if we go contrary to it, or we have done it wrong, let's say, his voice will, you see, and sometimes it's not too good, but when we do a mistake, we have to understand that we have done wrong.
Okay, what kind of language would she use when she would raise her voice?
She will talk like anybody else. Sometimes he will just say base, which is a Creole language. It is a Creole language, base. So sometimes he uses this kind of language.
Okay. How was her relationship with the inmates?
Sorry?
It's a swear word.
Yes, it doesn't really.
But it's
have
a mild swear word.
Yes.
Everybody hears it around. Okay. So how would you describe her relationship with the inmates?
Inmates. Well, it's no difference with inmates and officers.
No difference.
No difference.
So she would raise her voice at them.
Sometimes, yes, when he get angry with inmates, but like I say, she's doing this to make sure that everything goes accordingly to the procedures, rules and regulations. Okay. Inmates need to abide with it, because sometimes inmates go out of those protocol, so sometimes he get angry when.
So you say she does everything according to procedure. And when Stephen Mother was taken in to isolation, do you know whether proper procedure was followed? There are procedures which is laid down in the Prison Act, in circumstances, what you have to do before an inmate is taken to isolation.
Well, as a commissioner, when he's in charge of his prison, if he see that an inmate, Stephen Mother, needs to be put in isolation, he put him in isolation, and then, of course, the inmates need to know why.
No, she would take that person to isolation without following proper procedure, because I'm telling you, there are certain ways in which certain rules to be followed before an inmate is taken to isolation, and that is laid down in the Prison Act, and she has to follow that. It doesn't matter. She doesn't have to do it the way she wants to do it. She has to follow the Prison Act. And do you know whether that procedure?
If he has followed that or not, it's up to her if he has to answer those questions. But me myself, I cannot say that if he should follow for procedure or not. But an inmate can be put in isolation by a commissioner, or if myself, as a chief figure, or any officers, can put an inmate inside isolation cell at a certain moment. He can be put. If the inmate has insulted an officer, if an inmate has insulted me, swear at me, I can put him in isolation cell. And then, of course, I will send email and explain why. So, if the CP judge has put Stephen Mother in isolation, there have to be a reason. So it's her. When it's then to, maybe if he come on the commission inquiry, she will explain herself.
Okay. And when the inmates were asking for Stephen Mother, did they mention why they wanted Stephen Mother out?
They want Stephen Mother back at Mail Block because they say he's their boss. Stephen Mother is their boss. For what reason, I don't know.
So they didn't mention anything else?
No, they didn't mention anything else.
They didn't mention that they needed their drugs. So I'm correct in that.
Everything has a reason.
No.
Yeah.
You said that they didn't mention anything.
Yes.
The only thing they mentioned, they wanted Stephen Mother
Their
out
boss.
because he's their boss.
Yes.
So, but they didn't mention anything regarding the need for drugs.
No, they didn't mention. But
Okay.
we officers,
Okay.
we know why. We know why, we officers.
Did any one of them mention that they needed their articles, which they were supposed to be given by the 30th of...
Sorry, I don't know about this. I don't recall. There was nothing, me as myself, there was nothing that came to me that they want the article. I don't recall any of this. Okay. The only reason is to have Stephen Mother back inside Mail Block.
Thank you, Commissioner. Chief Inspector Wilfred Radigon, can you tell us about Stephen Mother's behavior in prison?
Stephen Mother, you will never see Stephen Mother acting, swearing or insulting officer. You rarely see Stephen Mother, always inside prison. You will see Stephen Mother outside when there's football, competition of football, volleyball. You will see him inside the education area with others inmates.
Do you want
Apart
to say
from that, he's always inside.
It's always inside.
Sorry?
He's always inside?
Inside the prison, yes.
Inside his
Inside the prison in his section.
What is the difference between a dry cell and an isolation cell?
Well, a dry cell is just a cell that that have no shower, no toilet. It's just a cell like this.
So no shower?
No shower, no. So there's no such thing as dry cell at Montagne Posée. There's isolation cell. Always have the shower.
That's
and
fine. I want you
toilet.
to work with me slowly. So at this point, I'm asking the difference. I'm not saying do you have it. I'm saying the difference between a dry cell and
have
an
no shower and
isolation
toilet.
cell.
And isolation cell do have toilet and shower.
Okay. Why? Which one do you have at Posée?
We have isolation cell.
Okay. And what is the purpose of an isolation cell?
Well, we can, if any inmates have done something wrong, okay, against the prison rules and regulation, we can put him there for a certain days. Okay. Of course, when we put you there, of course.
For how long?
We don't put more than 7 days because doctor have to see. After 7 days, we have to remove you. Okay. And you have to be seen by doctor once you put there and once you remove, you've been removed.
And you said if a prisoner does something wrong, is it anything wrong or something serious?
It doesn't have to be anything wrong. It's serious thing.
Okay. Was Stephen Modo in good health?
Yeah, he was in good health. Yes.
Was he suffering from any disease that is infectious?
No, I don't recall Stephen was suffering from any disease.
Okay. Now let's go back to the isolation cell. So you said the isolation cell is a place where you put prisoners who do something after they've done something seriously wrong. So it's some kind of a punishment for doing something seriously wrong.
Yes, yeah.
Not following, the rules in the prison.
The rules are followed. It's part of it. Because cell are here to isolation cell are here for inmates.
It's
part of the rules and regulation too.
Yeah. Is it also a place you put an isolation cell? Is it also a place you put a prisoner if they have a disease which you require them to be isolated from others?
No.
Okay.
We do not put inmates. Or, like I say, if an inmate has committed serious, whatever, we place them in isolation for certain days, and then we remove them.
Okay.
Of course, they are seen by psychosocial and support unit also.
That's fine.
Okay, but when you have a whatever disease or whatsoever illness, we don't put you there in isolation.
Okay. No, you have addressed my question. So why was Stephen Modo put in the isolation cell?
From the court, from his appointment, he was sent there straight to. Those officers, security officers, are the one who knows, because security attached directly with Commission of Prison. So those security and escort officers, they are the one who receive order to put him there from CP Jeanette.
No, sorry, Chief Inspector.
I don't know. I was inside mail block.
Now, so that's the answer I thought you wanted to say. So let me ask again. Do you know why Stephen Modo was put in isolation cell?
To answer your question, really, I heard that because he's a drugs dealer, dealing with drugs. So I heard that that's why he was placed there.
That from who? Who did you hear that from?
Drug dealer?
Who told you? Because you are saying you heard that Stephen Modo was dealing in drugs. That's why he was put in isolation. So I'm asking, who told you that?
It is in a judgment of warrant of a judgment when he came to prison. He stated that drug trafficking on it.
Did you read it?
Yeah, read it. Every inmates that come to prison, I got the chance to read it because we are sent by email.
Chief Inspector. So the judgment you are talking about, I want to make sure we are hearing what you are saying correctly. So the judgment you are talking about, you are saying it says Stephen Modo is dealing in drugs at the prison.
Yeah.
While he is in prison.
Yes.
And that's why he has to be put in isolation cell.
Yeah, that's why the decision was made. That's what I heard.
Who did you hear this from? Because you keep
It
saying
was from,
I heard, then you say I read the judgment.
Yes,
So which
it
is
was
which?
from different officers, escort officers, security officers, and the warrant of our judgment is stated also. He's been sent to prison on, I think it's trafficking in a controlled drug. I think it's like this.
Okay. So earlier on I asked you, when I started asking you about Stephen Modo, I said what kind of an inmate was he? What was his behavior? You said he was quiet, he never did anything wrong.
Yeah.
But now you are telling me that there's a judgment which says he was doing drugs while he is in prison.
Yeah, because inmates, a lot of inmates, they come. Some inmates talk to me. They say a lot of inmates come to meet officers or they say. You see?
So earlier on, I think when Commissioner Vidot was asking you about, the steps that are taken when you put someone in isolation cell, you said if a prisoner does something seriously wrong, they are put in isolation. So, are there any steps that are followed before you put a prisoner in isolation cell?
Like I say, if an inmate have done something wrong at the actual time, the officer decided to put him.
So let's say I'm an inmate. I do something seriously wrong.
Yes.
It's not just something wrong, something seriously wrong. So you can just take me and put me in the isolation cell.
Put you in there for at the actual time.
Up to 7
and
days.
Then we send email, we explain why. You can be there for 7 days, you can be there for only the same day you can be removed.
Do you tell me what I have done wrong before?
Yeah, they need to know. They need to know. They have to know.
No, I'm asking a question.
Yeah.
So do you have an obligation to tell me as an inmate
Yes,
that I have done something wrong?
Yes.
Okay. And it is you who decides. So there is no some kind of an authority who decides between you and me.
No, I decide to put
So
him.
you accuse me, then you decide.
No, there's not only me. We have witness.
But it is you who decides.
Yes, I will decide the actual time if you need to be put there. But then we send email, we discuss about it, we talk about it, why, and if you need to be put there for more than 2 days or 3 days, 7 days, or if you need only 2 days, then we can remove him.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly. So you accuse me as an inmate I'm just giving an example. You accuse me as an inmate for having done something seriously wrong. Then there are witnesses, and you say the other witnesses have seen that I've done something wrong. Then I say, no, maybe I didn't do it, or I'm sorry. Then you say, no, but I am now sending you to isolation. Then after that, you send an email to inform the CP that you have sent an inmate to.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to. Do you think that procedure is correct?
Well, it's referred to the rules and regulation of prison, according to the rules and regulation of prison. We don't go beyond this. You see?
I'm not talking about number of days that one spends in isolation.
No,
I'm talking about the process of making the decision to send the inmate to isolation. I'm saying do you think there is anything wrong with the process that you have just described?
I don't know if there's anything wrong because it's in there. It's in the rule and regulation. It's in there, so I follow it.
Okay. Yeah. Now let's go to the time when you are in the area around the guard room and when this. So you mentioned that Riorat, one of the inmates, was aggressive. Who else was being aggressive?
There was, like I said, there was him and Dylan Buichis. And the others was there in front of the gate, but they was not so aggressive like Rio.
Can you tell me how many inmates were being aggressive?
More than 20. More than 20.
Aggressive?
No, they are there. Not all of them was very aggressive,
Chief Inspector,
but they was there in front of the gate.
Yeah, please listen to my question first. My question is, how many inmates were being aggressive? You mentioned Riorat. Yes. You mentioned another one, right? So I want to know how many. Just give me a number of the inmates who were being aggressive. I'm not saying who were present, but who were being aggressive.
There was about 20 of them aggressive, but Riorat and which was the most aggressive one.
Okay, now let's talk about this 20. When you say they were aggressive, what exactly were they doing?
They were in front of the gate, stopping. They were among those who were stopping me from going out. They were grouped up. They were shouting. Those police, officers would not come inside.
So let's walk together. So one was the question we are trying to answer is, why are you saying they were being aggressive? So we want to understand. So you said one, they were shouting.
They were shouting a lot.
They were blocking you from leaving
yes.
the prison section. What else?
And they were, I think some of them have some piece of rock in their hand, ready for anything. So that's why the fire was put. Even though I was in the office, I didn't saw who put the fire, but the fire was put.
We are talking about
very aggressive.
We are talking about when the incident is starting. You remember you said this went for an hour.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the time frame we are still in. We are not yet down the road. We are still in this period of maybe when this commotion was starting. Your testimony when you were answering Commissioner Vidot's question was there was Rio Rath and another who were pushing and grabbing you, right?
Yes.
So I understand. So if you say Rio Rath was being aggressive, it's very clear to us. Why? Because you were saying he was grabbing you by your collar and he pushed you, right? Now we want to understand what the other 20 that you are talking about, that you say were aggressive. What were they doing? You said they were shouting. You said they were preventing you from leaving the prison section.
Yeah.
Is there anything else they were doing?
No, they were just in this area.
Just in this?
Yeah, they stayed there.
Did they beat you up?
No. Nobody beat me up.
Did they also join Rio Rath and the other one in pushing against you, in grabbing you, in shoving you?
No, only Rio Rath was the one who grabbed me and pushed me back.
So
the rest was there, but they are shouting. They also said that you're not going anywhere, are they going? But they didn't beat me up or hold me to push me back or whatever.
So they did not touch you?
No, they did not touch me.
Okay, so would we be correct to say at this stage in the incident, at this stage, you have 2 or 3 inmates that have touched you?
There's 2 of them.
Okay, we have 2 inmates that have touched you, that have been aggressive on you, right? It probably wouldn't be correct to say there are 20 inmates
Yeah,
that are attacking you.
yeah.
There's
They didn't attack me, the 20.
there's 2 that are attacking.
There's only 2.
Okay.
And it happened mostly in the guard room. Because
guard
we all got ended in breaches. They are the one who was breaking the office desk in the guard room. And he was the one who hold me and pushed me back when I was trying to get out.
Yeah, we got that one. And you also said one of the inmates, I think in this case Dario,
Yes.
tried to intervene to stop the 3 or the 2 inmates from.
He was not around.
He was not around
Yes,
at that time.
he was inside
Okay.
prison.
Okay. So, what do you understand? What is the meaning of a riot for you? If
Riot?
someone says there's a riot here, what does that mean?
Riot, I try to explain the way I see a
I
riot.
am sorry. Before I am not saying was there a riot. I'm saying what do you understand by the term riot?
Yeah, prison.
Yeah,
Mostly I try to explain, me myself, I will try to explain the best that I can. A riot is inmate inside prison decided to go against decision of the prison, the decision of a commissioner in general, the prison. So they decided to go against the decision making. So they start behaving in a bad manner. By the way, starting like I say, breaking things, putting fire for the one in charge to see that they against the decision.
So I'm looking at the prison regulations here, but maybe before we go into all that, so a riot is when, for you, a riot is when inmates goes against the decisions or the instructions. So there is they rebel against the instruction.
Yes.
Right, and then they use violence.
Yes.
Right. So if they refuse to comply with the instruction, but they don't use violence, is it still a riot in your definition?
I don't think so.
Okay. Another question is, if you have 2 inmates who refuse to follow an instruction and they use violence, is that a riot?
No.
Okay.
For us,
So why do you say there was a riot when there were only 2 inmates who were violent towards you?
No. Inmates who attack me, these 2. This is another thing.
Yes.
But the riot inside the prison, the whole prison, they all decided to go against the decision taking of
I
putting
hear
more
you,
dollar.
Chief Inspector, but we're talking about the period when this incident is starting. Your testimony is that there are 2 inmates who are pushing against you, and that would amount to some kind of physical assault, right? So that's violence. The other 20 are shouting. They've not touched you. They are not beating you up, right? So at that particular point, can we say there was a riot at that particular point?
Yeah, there was a riot, but these 2 became more aggressive.
So there was a riot of 2
No.
inmates.
In general, the whole prison. You know, the whole prison doesn't mean that there's an inmate that are not interested in what is happening. But amongst almost 300 inmates, mostly half of it, I can say, they are against the decision taking. So they start the riot because they promised to start a riot. They even end up putting fire.
Yeah, but we are still talking about at the beginning of this process. And is there a difference between a protest and a riot?
Yeah, there is a difference. There is a difference.
So I imagine that in a protest, you can tell me yes or no. In a protest, people shout, people block the road. But it only becomes a riot if they start attacking property, destroying property, attacking other people, then it becomes a riot.
Yeah.
Right.
Putting fire.
So I think if we agree about all that, it means that at this particular point we are talking about, there's no riot.
There's a riot started.
A riot is yes. Yeah. So a riot is
started,
but it has not started.
It did start. It did start the riot.
Okay. All right. You also said a number of times when you were answering Commissioner Vidot's questions, you said former CP Jeanette George was not at the prison when this incident is starting.
Yes, she was not at the prison.
How do you know that?
Sorry?
How do you know that?
Because when I went up, okay, so because the administration is close to the mill block, because I talked to C.I. Jerry. The only one was answering me, talking with me was C.I. Jerry. And when I went there, because Sam, they were there also, he didn't call me at all. I don't know, he was there earlier, but he gave me only one call. But CP Jeanette was not at prison at that time, because C.I. Jerry told me that CP Jeanette is not around.
So I'm going to ask you again. Did you look for CP Jeanette George?
I don't have to look for CP Jeanette George. Because C.I. Jerry is the head of custody.
Sorry, Chief Inspector. Remember, the question, answer the question that has been asked. Did you look for former CP Jeanette George?
No.
You did not?
No.
So, how do you know that she's not in prison when you didn't look for her?
He's not at the administration office up there. Because I was talking to C.I. Jerry. C.I. Jerry told me that CP is not around.
So, you heard from C.I. Jerry that CP Jeanette George is not around. Right. So, when he asked you the question, was CP Jeanette George there or not? I think the correct answer is you were told that she's not there.
Yes, by C.I. Jerry.
But you don't know for sure that she was there or not.
Yes, of course, because I was not. I was not at the administration office.
No, so I just wanted us to clarify that.
Yeah.
That you don't know for sure whether she was there or not, but you were told by someone else that she's not there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand that you were released from the prison section, and you described the process.
Section, from my office down there.
Yeah, from your office.
Yes.
You said someone led you through the
2 inmates. Yeah.
So you were helped by 2 inmates.
Yes, I was held by 2 inmates. After they proceed inside prison, then they come back.
So who are those 2?
Majid Mustas and Zadi Bika.
Zadi
Bika.
And?
Majid Mustas.
These 2 inmates, were they injured during this process?
No.
What happened to them?
I don't know. Nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to them.
They were inside the prison when...
Yeah, they were inside the prison.
Did they get out? I'm trying to understand.
They didn't get out. They are inside the prison. They stay inside the prison.
Stayed inside?
Yes.
Did not have any injuries from this?
No. I don't know after I've left
No, now,
After I've left,
did you check on
I don't
them?
know.
Did you check on them when you came back?
No, when I came back, me also, I was not in a good state of mind. So CP sent me straight home.
So when you after this, when you eventually came back to the prison, when everything had settled down, did you ever get in touch with these two? Any of these two?
No. CP didn't send me back again to Mail Block.
So
to
you never
work.
had an opportunity?
No.
So now I'll ask you again the question that I asked you earlier on. Do you know if any of these two were injured in the so-called riot?
I don't know.
Okay, so you don't.
I don't know. Yes.
Right. Okay. You said you saw the police when you got out of the section. You saw the police.
When I reached administration office.
Yeah, you saw the police. Yes. Did the police give any instruction to the inmates?
They were at the administration office. The inmate was inside the prison, down out in
so
the
you didn't see the police when they moved down?
No, I didn't see it.
No,
I went straight. One female officer took me, PSW took me straight to the ambulance.
In the prison, are there CCTV cameras?
No, it's not working a long time. Everywhere it's broken. It's not working.
Since when?
It's been a long time.
Please give me a year.
About more than about 14 years.
14 years?
Yes, because since 2006, when we started the first day from Long Island, I was working. All the camera was there, up to date, but it has been broken by inmates, of course. But it's been a long time since it has not been repaired.
Yeah, you have been a prison officer for 24 years. That's what
Almost
you said.
24 years.
Right. That's a long time. You were experienced.
It's not easy.
You are a veteran.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy. Well, I don't know. I respect you. I don't, because I've not been a prison officer. So, but I can imagine that it's not easy.
The fourth riot.
So
I've been to 3 before. This is the fourth one.
So there was another riot before.
Since during the 24
when
years.
Did the other riot take place?
I think it's Long Island once, and I think 2. It was at Montagne, Posée.
Okay.
But I don't recall. It's a long time.
So before 5 December, there are other disturbances that have taken place.
There was, yes.
So tell us. Do you know why CCTV cameras were not repaired, even though there were all these disturbances that were happening in the prison?
No, sir. No.
Your job is at this time chief inspector, right? So you are someone who would be concerned about security. You are not the overall head of security, I understand, but you are concerned about security in the prison. Did you at any time raise concerns about CCTV cameras?
This is what we do.
Who did
we
you
always
raise the concern
speak to the higher authority. We send email. If it concerns, for example, issues that concern maintenance, we send email to those men.
Sorry,
if it concerns logistics,
I'm at this point, I'm just concerned about CCTV cameras. So you said you raised a concern about the CCTV
several times, yes.
Okay. To who?
To higher authority.
Who is higher authority?
Well, we send email, like I said, we send email. If it concerns logistics and supply, we send email to them. If it concerns maintenance, we send.
So let's not be hypothetical. Let's talk about CCTV cameras. So you saw that CCTV cameras are not working. You are concerned.
Yes.
So you then wrote to someone, to a higher authority.
Higher authority.
So who did you address that to?
I don't
Which
recall.
individual?
Those who were there before, it's a long time. It's a long time. Those who was there before.
When was
I don't recall.
When was the last time you wrote to the higher authority saying you need CCTV cameras to be repaired?
I don't recall, but it's a long time.
So by the
14
time
years.
by the time we get to 5 December,
Mhm.
you have given up
Not
on
given
the
up.
CCTV.
Not given up.
What are you doing?
But we just how can we say, remind them, continue, remind. But then we wait because we are not the one to deal with this issue, to put in place. But we just remind.
I think no. I think because Commissioner Vidot asked you about your job, the induction, and then you said you even read the prison regulations by yourself. So we understand, but it is your job to make sure that the prison is secure.
Yes.
So if the prison has a reputation of this kind of disturbances, right, you would be concerned naturally that we don't have CCTV here and we have these disturbances and it should be fixed. So that's why I'm saying to you, 2024. Let's just look at in 2024. Did you raise this issue in your staff meetings?
I didn't raise it.
So it means you had
Lately, I didn't raise it because they know.
They know.
Yeah, they know.
Okay. Were there CCTV cameras in 2016 at Montagne Posée?
I don't recall me.
You don't remember.
Recall me. 2016?
But you were you chief inspector in 2016?
No.
What position were you in?
I don't know. I think I was, if not sergeant, I was sub-inspector.
Were you still in your position responsible for managing?
When I was sergeant, I was in charge of shift. And then when I became sub-inspector, I was still in charge of shift. And then I was placed.
When you say shift, what do you mean?
There's shift working hours. 3 group of shift hours. Officers working. You work 2 days, 2 nights, and then 2
So
two
when you
off
say
like
you
this.
work, it means you are looking after prisoners.
Of course.
Right. So that's where my question is. If your job is about looking after prisoners, and you are aware that this prison has a reputation of some disturbances, as you, because that's your version, that there have been other things that had happened there. So my question is, you would naturally be interested in when CCTV cameras are going to be fixed.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you are the one responsible for fixing them, but you are the one responsible for raising the issue.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what we do most.
Yeah, but then in 2024, you never raised this issue, according to you.
I never raised it, but
So you had given up on raising this issue because nobody was listening to you.
Yeah, I still here working, even though there's those kind of issues, which is not good. But
During CP Janet George's term,
yeah,
was this issue ever raised of CCTV cameras?
no, it was never raised, but she knows. But it
But
was
you-
never. I never raised
Yeah,
this.
but so you are saying she knows. How
Yeah,
do you know
because
that she
it's-
knows?
Yes, they all knows. They all know.
Because she's the commissioner of prisons, so she should know.
Of course, she should know. She has to know.
Okay. Chief Inspector, when you left prison, your office section, which I'm referring to as the prison section, when you left, can you describe your injuries? Did you have any injuries?
There was only pain on my left shoulder when Rio threw me to the wall.
Okay.
I hit my left shoulder. That was the only pain.
Okay. Anything apart from that?
No. My tension was very high, of course.
Your hyper, yes, because you
Yeah,
would be
hypertension.
concerned about,
Yeah.
being refused to live there,
Yeah.
and you would not be knowing what is going to happen to you.
Yes.
Okay.
201 is very high.
Then you went to hospital, then you came back the same day.
From Posée prison in the ambulance,
Yeah.
my tension was still high. It never goes down. It didn't go down. So they have to take me to Oswalo clinic.
Then you were attended to. Then you were released.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
you
yeah.
came back.
And
to
came
prison.
back to prison.
Okay. So would I? So your problem, or the challenge you had from a medical point of view at this time is hypertension.
I'm somebody who has problem.
Yeah, I don't want you to divulge your health status to the
okay.
public. The point I want to establish is that you did not have any bodily injuries.
No.
Right.
No.
So you were not beaten up.
No.
You were not attacked.
No.
When you
I was
left
attacked.
prison.
I was
You were pushed. You were
inside.
shoved.
When I was still inside made block into guard room.
Yeah.
Apart from that, when I was up there, not.
But when you left prison, you were not attacked by a mob of prisoners.
No. Because they were inside the mail block. Me, I was up at the administration office when I came back from Oswalo clinic.
So would I be correct to say when you left the prison section, going to the ambulance section, there was no violence in the prison?
I don't know. When I left, when I left down there, I don't know what happened after that.
No, I'm not saying after you left. After you left, you don't know because you were not there. But I mean, at the point that you left the prison section,
yes,
there was no violence.
No, only the fire they put,
Okay.
and only those who assault me.
Okay. Now you came back to prison on the 6th
in the morning
of December.
Yeah.
Was there any operation taking place at the prison? I know you said you saw some trash everywhere, but was there any operation taking place?
I don't know because I didn't go down to the prison. I was at administration.
Okay.
I was there. It was quiet, but I don't know inside what was happening if there was any operation, because I wasn't.
Okay, no, that's okay. Then you said the former CP offered you to transfer to another prison facility. Yeah.
When you came
for
back,
the reason that you had experienced this.
Yes.
Right. But you are not the only one who experienced this. You had.
Yeah, I was.
You were a leader
there was
of a
me
team.
and one the corporal last year. Yes, me and him.
Did the CP make the same offer for the other?
I don't know about them, but me, he sent me home, and then when I came back on the sick, like I said, he told me that as the one in charge of Montagne Posée mail block there, I cannot send you back there of what have happened. I will transfer you to where he was to be in charge there, but I'm giving you time to decide if
okay, that's fine. Were there any before 5 December? Was there any concern about food, the quality of food in the prison?
I don't recall.
Was there any concern about the quality of water?
I don't recall.
Was there any fridge that was discovered in the prison section?
I do not recall.
You do not recall?
No.
You were chief inspector?
Yes.
So you were in a position to know if there is contraband that has been found in prison or not?
Yeah. Not always, because sometimes my officer will inform me, or sometimes they will not inform me.
Okay, so help us to understand. So contraband are things that are not supposed to be in prison, but which are in prison. So if contraband is found in prison, is there anything that is done to inform the chief inspector that there is contraband found in
When
prison?
contraband are found, I'm informed, and of course, it's stated in the OB, and then it is sent straight to security. The
So-
one in charge of security,
To
he
security.
received those contraband.
So there is no way that contraband can be found in prison and you are not informed.
I'm supposed to be informed, but sometimes not 200% I know of everything that.
Are there cases where contraband was found in Montagne Posée and you were not informed?
Not in mail block. Not in mail block.
We are
where I
talking
am.
about the
maybe
mail
other
block.
unit.
We are talking about mail block.
Yes, sometimes, yeah.
So there are cases
Yes.
where contraband was found in the mail block and you as chief inspector were not informed.
Yes.
Is it once, twice?
Sometimes, yeah.
How
Twice,
many
twice.
times? What kind
I
of
don't know, I don't
contraband was that? When
Can
you
be mobile.
eventually got to know?
Mobile, mostly mobile.
Mobile phones,
And weapon.
huh?
Weapon.
Weapon. As chief inspector, do you also move around the prison section?
Yes, it's part of my.
How many
duty.
times do you move in a day?
It can be one time or two times. Mostly my officers who's under my responsibility, they are the one who proceed, because before I recall that we have officers on the floor.
Okay.
Then we have lack of officers.
Okay.
It's
So
not-
would I be correct to say at least you move around once per day?
two times per day.
Okay. So you never saw a fridge?
Fridge, no. I don't recall of finding fridge.
So there was no fridge in
I
prison?
don't recall of seeing any fridge. I'm saying there's no fridge, because I don't recall of seeing any fridge.
So I think because there's a difference between you saying I don't recall
Yeah.
and you saying I never saw a fridge.
I don't
right?
recall of seeing any fridge, because when I move around,
So when you say I don't recall, it might mean you have forgotten.
maybe, because when
So
I
you
move
may
around,
have seen it, then you forgot.
I don't know. I have not seen it, I have not seen. Maybe
Okay. So
when
the
I move
answer you are
around.
saying, the answer you are giving is you never saw a fridge.
No. Because when I move around twice in a day, it doesn't mean I proceed straight to inside of the section.
So if someone comes before the commission and says the inmates were misbehaving, they had luxuries including fridges in the prison, that person would be lying, according to your experience of Montagne Posée.
If what?
If they say there was a fridge
Yeah.
in the male section, would they be lying?
If they are lying, you
Yeah.
telling me?
I'm asking you
I don't know.
because you
If
never
they-
saw a fridge.
No, I never saw. Maybe my officers saw better. They didn't come forward to me to inform me.
No. That I think.
But me myself.
But I don't want us to go in that direction, because you said you are chief inspector, and one of your roles is to inspect,
Yes.
right, the prison, and on each day you at least inspect the prison personally at least once. So if there was a fridge in the prison, you would have seen it.
Yes, I would have seen it.
And in this case, you did not see any fridge.
No.
And you are therefore convinced that there was no fridge.
Yeah, I didn't see any fridge.
Okay. I think I will end there, and then Commissioner Vic.
Yeah. Inspector, I've got a few questions and one or two documents that I would like to share with you. Okay, now, the first thing you said that earlier, Stephen Modon was a very calm person. He was always smiling, as you say. He went to play his football, come back, and you would never hear from him.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I take you back to the prison regulations now, it says here, penalties in case of aggravated, more serious or repeated prison offenses. Okay. In any case of aggravated, more serious or repeated prison offenses, any one or more of the following punishments may be imposed by the commissioner or the officer in charge after due inquiry. Okay? Now, one of the subsections here, it says that the person be placed in close confinement for a period not exceeding 14 days. So, if Stephen Mordon, coming from court, was directly moved in close confinement, that means he was a very, very difficult prisoner.
It doesn't have to be a very difficult prisoner. It can be for another reason.
Like what?
Like I say, maybe he has been put there because of inmates saying that he's giving them drugs inside the middle block. Those inmates come in forward and they say this a lot.
Okay, sorry, Commissioner, I want to help your question.
Yes.
You said you read the prison regulations, right?
Yeah, not to the 100%.
Not all of it. So
yes.
you wouldn't know everything.
Yes.
But you just know what you read by yourself. Nobody inducted you.
No.
You had to make an effort to just
Yes.
read by yourself. Okay. So Section 50 of the prison regulation says a restraint of a prisoner. The superintendent may order a prisoner under restraint where this is necessary to prevent the prisoner from injuring himself or others or damaging property or creating a disturbance. Then subsection 3 says, an order to place a prisoner under restraint shall, which means number one, there must be an order. And that order shall be made only when it is necessary, which is when you said if it makes a serious offense, right? Be made by the most senior officer present. Would we then be correct to say your interpretation is wrong in terms of the law? Because your interpretation is if a prisoner does something seriously wrong, you can make a decision to send them to isolation cell, which is one of the restraint orders, and you then write to communicate that I have sent so and so to isolation cell. But that's not what the law says should happen. Can we just agree at least on that? Understanding, of course, I'm not saying it's your fault, because you read this by yourself. You didn't, nobody taught you this. You read by yourself. But we are saying, can we agree that the law here is saying something different from the practice? So the practice is, you see a prisoner who has done something wrong, you send them to isolation cell. The law says no, there must be an order which is made by the most senior officer present.
But if I'm the senior officer, I can send him and then forward to high authority, because at the actual time I was the senior.
Yeah, but that's not what you had
This
said.
is
You said a prison officer present who sees that this inmate has done something wrong, they must go to isolation cell. So that's different from saying, if I am the most senior officer present. Okay, back to you.
Yeah, but then it still carries on to say, be notified within a reasonable delay to a medical officer. So a medical officer must be getting involved as well when you are putting somebody in solitary confinement. Okay? And moreover, it says, not without the authority of the minister. Okay? Consists of confinement not more than 48 hours. So it's not something that we can just take it at leisure. We put somebody in close confinement. Okay?
Maybe to add there, not without the authority of the minister, but also not for more than 48 hours. You said you used to put inmates into isolation for up to 7 days. But the law here says for not more than 48 hours. So can we agree? I'm not saying you are guilty or wrong. I want you to understand that this is an inquiry to establish the truth, right? So can we agree there that the practice that was taking place was not following the law?
As you saying, I don't have those documents in front of me. As you're saying it,
I can show you.
it's okay. No, it's okay.
Okay. Back to you, Commissioner.
Yeah, and there is a part that I'm trying to to find here. It says that the offenses against discipline. Yeah? It says, any prisoner who mutinies or incites another prisoner to mutiny, does gross personal violence to any prison officer or public servant in the prison, does gross personal violence to any person not being an officer, commits an assault on an officer or another person, and then it goes on and on. It says, shall be guilty of an offense against prison discipline. Yeah? Okay. Now, the power to try those prison offenses, the commissioner or officer in charge of prison shall have power to hear and decide a charge against any prisoner in respect of any prison offenses, and the said superintendent officer may punish a prisoner found upon the hearing guilty of any prison offense by giving him a warning or imposing any of the following punishments or any combination thereof. So that's where it comes in with the you can do a loss of remission, you can do a close confinement, and again this will be covered by the other issues that comes with it. Yeah? So it says as well that when a person is taken into close confinement, it is a punishment where, as we just said earlier, the person is a repeated offender, is a very dangerous person to other inmates around him, yes, and he can harm himself as well. So this is a person that should be looked well after. Okay? Now, I can understand that this was done differently. Okay. Now, just to carry on, you said that did the prison carry out inspections occasionally to inspect the sections where the inmates used to live? Were there occasional inspections carried out?
Not really, with the lack of manpower. With 3 officers, for so many, we are always busy down with a lot of piece of work. So, no.
This one I can understand. you are the people on duty administering the inmates in the prison, but this should be done by the security section.
Yes.
Did the security people occasionally carry out inspections?
No.
They never carried out inspections?
No, they don't.
Okay. So, we got another story as that there were machetes inside the prison. Yeah? Now, if there were machetes, how come the machetes get inside the prison? You are there, you are guarding the prisoners, you've got the gate keys, you are seeing prisoners in and out.
Not me.
Well,
My
your
officer.
group.
My officer in the guard room.
Yes.
Me,
So how
usually
come,
I'm in the office.
how do you
room.
explain that prisoners walk inside the prison with machetes?
I don't know, because inmates, like I said, some inmates work in the kitchen, some work outside, and when they come back inside, with the lack of officers, sometimes even security, they are not up to date of searching them. And when they arrive in, they don't pass through the guard room for them to go inside. With 2 officers or 3 officers working with a lot, so they manage. They manage.
Okay, so...
And we don't have officer working inside prison on ground, so that's another.
In a press conference, we understood that officers were corroborating with inmates to cook tortoise meat inside the prison, inside the meal block, and then give it to the prison officers to bring for their families out there. Is that correct?
I don't know about this.
Have you heard of it?
No.
You've never heard of it?
No, never.
Do you think it happens?
It can be, but I don't know about it. Because prison is prison. But I don't know about it. I never...
You keep saying prison is prison. Like, yeah, I understand that things that you didn't see, you didn't see, things that you didn't...
I don't know.
But your job is to make sure that things that are not supposed to get into prison don't get into prison.
Security.
Things that are supposed to not get out of prison don't get out of prison. That's your job.
Security. We work custodial inside,
so your
but
job
security is the other one to make sure it does come in or come out.
It doesn't.
Goes out.
Okay. No,
But even like turtle meat, if that is the an interview that was given that my friend has said, turtle meat is something that is prohibited in the law. It's illegal to have turtle meat. How could a prison inmate, or how could an inmate have in his possession turtle meat?
Like I said, I have never seen any inmate cooking turtle meat, and I don't know about this meat. Because like I say, I'm in the office usually, me. And my 3 officers, there's a lot for them to do. Maybe, I don't know, but me, myself, I know nothing about it. I never seen it.
Because we're not saying that it happened, but in an interview, somebody said that's what happens.
Yeah, maybe the one who said that it happened, he's the one who saw or know about it. Me, I have never seen it. I don't know. If it ever happened. I don't know.
If it ever happened,
yeah,
you would have been informed, right?
Not really. Not everything that happens. As officer, my officer come to me to inform. Like I said earlier, not everything.
Do you think you should be informed?
I should be informed, yes.
But in practice, you are not informed?
Yes.
Okay.
But even like when you talk about machetes, you say some people go out, they work, okay? They would be issued with a machete, okay, if they have to cut grass or whatever they are doing. But isn't there somebody who, once they have completed the work, that person will come back to the officer and say, okay, I was issued with a machete, there is the machete back.
Yes, but it falls on security, all this.
So you saying that security was not very tight at the prison?
It is end up inside prison. I can say that because security are the one who's supposed to search, remove illegal things from inmates before coming inside, even though proceeding outside.
Sorry, Mr. Thiron, you may go back.
Okay. Now, just one other thing. Obviously, what happened in your presence, then you left, you went to the doctors, and then you came back to Montagne Posée later. And a lot of things happened at Montagne Posée during your absence and even when you came back.
I don't know.
You
know
you
what
heard
happened when I'm out.
Did you hear what happened at Montagne Posée?
No.
Up to today, you haven't heard what happened at Montagne Posée?
I heard what happened, yes.
Yes.
I heard.
So you heard what happened?
Yes, I heard.
Was there use of force, unproportionate use of force in the prison on that day?
I cannot say yes or no because I was not inside prison together with.
Yeah, I have to protect you on that one. He doesn't know. He said he was out. So we can spare him those questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now, another thing. During your time before the incident, was there a health and safety officer at the prisons?
No.
There was no health and safety officer?
No.
Was there a person responsible for the machines just outside on Gate 13 where the water generators were?
No, but it falls under maintenance, but I don't know anyone. No. I don't know.
Okay.
I think you are hiding from his question. You are chief inspector. You are responsible for what?
No, this one, it doesn't fall under.
No, you are responsible for the welfare of the inmates.
Yeah.
Right? So wouldn't what he is asking be something that...
it does not fall under me, this one, concerning this. He's saying the machine outside generator. It's outside.
Yeah, it's just outside your gate that you went into
the
prison.
Yeah, but custodial, we work inside prison.
Yes.
I understand you say that concerning the welfare of inmates or whatsoever. But this generator it's outside and it's fallen there. Of course, security is part of it to pass and check, and maintenance also. There's a chief inspector inside of maintenance. Whatever, if there's someone who's to be looking at of it, it's not custodial officer. We work only straight inside prison.
Okay, my last question, Inspector. Did you looked after your bit, the other one looks after his bit, the other, it's like this. Did you occasionally meet as a group in prison to discuss your different shortcomings, yours or even other shortcomings that you found that were present around you? Did you meet occasionally to discuss about this thing, to remedy any situations, any things that were not working?
Yes, we do meet. We do meet. All we as senior officers, managers, we meet. And we discuss.
So what do you
everybody
what did you
come
discuss
with their
then
point.
If all of those, if everything was wrong? What did you discuss?
As usual, we discuss about all different issues, and then of course the way forward, how we can manage this, not to arrange to fix
the CCTV.
CCTV. Yeah, we didn't talk about the CCTV because this is a long time issue. The higher authority knows. You see?
But there was somebody until recently that was working on the CCTVs inside the prison. Can you confirm this?
This is a long time.
When? Long time
I
when?
don't know, about 3 to 4 years ago. But it didn't go, it was just for a certain time, not for long, and then it stopped until now.
Can you confirm with us, as we heard it again in this conference, press conference that happened, stating that there was grave corruption inside the prisons amongst the prison wardens. Can you see that there was corruption?
To tell you the truth, since I joined prison officers, corruption always exists. But when an inmate, we know that an inmate is bringing illegal things inside prison, it's the security officer that take up those issues, plus commissioner of prison with outside also to follow up those officers. But corruption do exist.
Commissioner Vick is not referring to corruption only amongst inmates, saying that there's corruption even with regards of...
He's talking about officers.
Yeah, about the officers.
Yeah, that's what... I answered the question concerning officers. Corruption since the beginning when I joined prison. There's corruption. In fact, it's everywhere.
Have you, during your time, did you notice any officers' action being taken against them because of corruption?
Yes, there's a lot. There's a lot. Somehow some of them has found them being sent to prison, like as inmate. I know, during all those 24 years, yeah. Some have been sacked out.
Some have been sent to prison for corruption?
Yeah, because it became a case and they end up in prison. Some has been, like I said, sacked out.
But do you recall when was the last corruption case against prison officers that came up?
No, I don't recall. I do not. There was one who brought, I don't even remember his name, this officer. He brought a bottle of whiskey. I think 3 bottles of whiskey. I remember.
When?
It's been a while. I don't remember when.
And that person was convicted?
No, he was sacked out.
He was sacked.
Yes, he was sacked.
But again, when you're talking about whiskey, we understand again on this conference, the press conference, that in prison there were like a bar inside the inmates' cell where there was whiskey, there was gin, there was other bottles, and this was there inside the prison.
No,
and
I
you were doing your rounds every now and then. Did you find this?
No.
But how come people outside know this?
There's a lot of things people outside know more than you know, even though you are the one working at prison. Because everywhere in the country, every workplaces, people who are know in your shoe, they know more than you.
Yeah, but I think let's.
But me, I have never
simple.
seen this.
I think his question is, and I think that's where we need to keep things at all the time.
Okay.
Because it's you who is here. It's not the other people. So his question is, did you at any time see a bar?
Yeah.
Did you at any time see a bar that had whiskey and all these things which prisoners were enjoying? Did you see
Sorry.
that?
No.
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
CI,
Yes.
I think I'm going to be the last question now. When you were inside and you claim you were being held inside,
Yes.
was there any attempt by the prison authorities to try and negotiate with the so-called
Was it met?
inmates to try and alleviate the situation and get things sorted out? Because, anyway, I think in my short life, I've always heard when there is a hostage situation, there's always a negotiation that takes place before any further action is taken. Was there this negotiation that took place?
No.
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 Do you think it would have been sorted out if there was a negotiation?
Maybe. Maybe, yeah.
Did you ask for anyone to come down and negotiate with
No, I didn't. I did not. I just informed them what's going to happen and what was happening.
Okay.
I think two questions arose. One is, so if a witness, suppose a witness came here and tell the commission, well, in fact, let me say a witness has come so that we stick to facts. A witness, one or more witnesses came to the commission and said, the reason why the inmates were demanding Stephen Modo to be released from isolation cell is because they wanted an end to this practice of sending people to isolation cell without following procedures. And so they thought that today it's Stephen, tomorrow it's me, tomorrow it's another. So they thought they should protest against this and demand that Stephen be brought back. And if the same witnesses also say they had tried to make complaints to the prison management, including to the CP at that time, and this issue of sending people to the isolation cell without following procedures was not being attended to, and that's why they demanded Stephen Modo to be brought back. Would such a testimony be false?
No, not really. It can be, because we cannot read mind of others, but it can be.
But you and I have
It's
also...
it's not false. It can be.
But us and you have, in this testimony, agreed that the procedure for sending people to the isolation cell was not being followed.
Not to the 100%, no?
Okay. Okay.
Before you
Okay. Sure. No, I wanted to go, but you can go ahead.
I can. CI, there's another question that I want to ask you. In the interview the next day after the incident, there was a press conference that was given whereby it was said that Stephen Modo was a very problematic person in prison. He was supplying drugs in prison. And, he was giving so much trouble to the prison authorities. Do you know if Stephen had ever been called and cautioned for his wrongdoings in prison? Has he ever been called? Has he ever been charged? Have you ever been talked to before this decision was taken to put him in isolation cell?
No. I do not remember any of it. No.
Okay. You don't remember?
Yeah, no.
You don't remember?
It have never happened.
It never happened, okay.
Never happened. No.
I think you struggle with I don't remember.
No, but it's true. He has never been brought forward to talk or.
Okay. All right. Any question that is arisen?
Okay.
Okay. So I want to remind you of your rights, but before I do that, because we have come to the end of the testimony, but before we actually come to the end, you mentioned that you were at some point prevented from leaving the prison, and then when you got out, you went to the ambulance, they checked on your blood pressure, it was very high. You went to the hospital, it was still very high, but after some time you stabilized. We just want to find out, because we've been also asking this same question even to the other witnesses that we listened to, including the inmates. Are you struggling in any way psychologically because of this experience that you, or have you healed? You are fine now?
No, not. This is the reason I was transferred to Body, was because me myself, I don't want to return to Montagne Posée of what had happened. You see, I don't want to go back there. So it's still in me. It's still inside me. I don't want to go back there. That is it's the only thing. Yeah.
So so going to Montagne Posée reminds you of that experience.
It will come back.
And it triggers you.
Yeah, as if it just happened.
Did you receive any psychological treatment?
No.
So the prison services did not provide you with any psychological support?
No.
And did you ask?
No.
Okay. Why did you not ask?
I see no reason to ask me.
They should have known anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it something you need? If you were to be offered psychosocial
no, I don't need
support,
it now.
You don't need it.
I don't need it now.
Okay. But if you go back to Montagne Posée, you will be triggered.
I will never go back. I go to Montagne Posée, but I never go back inside the prison.
Because if you go inside, what happens?
Because it's bring back those bad memories. Bad.
Yeah, maybe it's something to think about as well, because it might mean that this is something that you still need to get help on.
No, I'm okay.
But that is also your choice.
I don't need
your choice. Okay. You have mentioned a couple of we know that you went to the hospital after you had been released from the prison section, and then you were attended to. Do you give us consent to obtain the medical report for that examination which happened at the hospital?
I don't know. You know, when I was in the ambulance at Montagne Posée, my blood pressure was still high. They sent me to Oswalo, but Oswalo, my blood pressure was still high. They just give me some pills and release me. And then there's nothing more.
They never examined you?
No. They told me it's okay, you can go.
But in case there's a record there,
yes.
Would you give us an opportunity to?
Yes, of course.
Do you accept that? I mean, do you give us consent to look at it?
Yes. Me, I'm having no problem with that.
Okay. No, thank you. thank you very much for your time, Chief Inspector Radigon. And I would like to remind you of your rights. One of them is that you have the right not to be victimized by anyone in any way for the testimony that you gave this afternoon, or for cooperating with the Commission in any way. Your family has a right not to be victimized as well. If that happens, if you are victimized in any way, please report directly to the Commission through our secretary, so that we can investigate that and take appropriate action. It is a criminal offense for anyone occupying any position in society to come after you, to victimize you or your family in any way for your testimony. Is that clear?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Otherwise, thank you very much. And if in future you come across any evidence, any piece of information that you think can be helpful for the Commission to establish the truth about what happened on the 5th and the 6th of December 2024, please let us know through the same channels that you have been communicating with the Commission. Otherwise, thank you very much, Chief Inspector.
Thank you.
So before you go, Secretary, do we have any hearing that is open to the public tomorrow?
Yes.
What time is it at?
We are going to start at 10.
Probably 9:30 will be okay. But just in case there's a little bit of delay, it could be at 10. But 9:30, put it tentatively for 9:30 if you want, and then if there's a little delay. That's because the court will be used to hear some constitutional matters. They are mostly mentions. So.
Okay. So 9:30.
Yeah.
So let's
Because
work together.
I did talk to.
So 9:30. I think the question that's relevant for now, for the viewers, because we are still live, is what time is the next hearing tomorrow?
So the ones that will be broadcasted live
Uh-huh.
will be at 9:30
At 9:30.
and then at 3:30.
Okay. So tomorrow we are back at 9:30. Thank you. You.